All right, I'm going to be a matchmaker between two Canadians, Last Minute Lacey and Mark from Blackheart, or Heart Black. I will tag them in the vid. He lives in Vancouver area. She's somewhere, Alberta maybe, I don't know exactly. These are two Canadians. Both need love. He just got her heart broken. He just got his heart broken. His girlfriend of 6 years. First of all, he knew this chick 9 years. He met her 9 years ago. And kept asking her out for 3 years, and she kept refusing him, I guess. Finally, the 4th year she goes out with him, he invites her over to a party. This is the biggest red flag he missed. I'll tell you what it is. At the party, she meets his neighbor. I guess the dude lives down the street or across the street. And she goes home and fucks the neighbor that night. That fucking night. Now, I could see if she decided to meet the neighbor. No, it just wasn't a good idea. He invites her to the party, and she leaves with another dude and fucks another dude. Mark, what were you thinking? What were you thinking, broski? My man, that was the biggest red flag. That's the biggest red flag. Can you imagine? Imagine if I was having a party and I liked this chick for 3 years, had a crush on her or whatever. Finally, she's coming to my party, but instead of fucking me that night, because I've known her 3 years, or making out with me, or just hanging out with me, she sees my neighbor at the party and goes home and fucks him that night. What would I have done? She's gone. Or I would have just viewed her as a pump and dump or friends with benefits. I would have never got emotionally involved with a woman. I don't care if she looked like a fucking supermodel. Dude, part of this is your fault. I'm going to lay it on the line, broski. That was the biggest... Guys, if you're listening, if you have a woman, I'll tell you why that's a big red flag, besides the fact that she fucked this dude right out of the gate. Know why it's a big red flag? Let me explain why. God, it's beautiful out. It's a big red flag because that's how narcissists triangulate people. She was triangulating this motherfucker. Can you imagine? Think about it. Hypothetically, if I had a crush on a chick for 3 years, I wouldn't for that long. But if I had, or if I knew a chick 3 years, I had maybe just liked her, but nothing serious, and I invite her to a party of mine, and she goes home with the dude that lives across the street and fucks him, and then calls me back a week later and says, I'm ready to see you now. In other words, well, what was happening with the neighbor? Was that just a one-night stand, like one last fuck until you had a relationship with me? Was it that? Like, did she fuck the neighbor to make me jealous? Did she fuck the neighbor because she wanted to get one last fuck out of the way? Who knows? Doesn't matter. It's weird behavior. Dude, if you missed that red flag, here's what should have happened. After she fucked the neighbor and she called your ass up, I would have just played her and fucked her one time. I would have fucked her, yeah. Here's what I would have done, you dipshit. I would have banged her so fucking hard and ate out her pussy so well that her fucking vajayjay would have squirted 10 fucking times. I would have given her like 5 multiple orgasms, okay? Then after that, I would tell her, nice knowing you, baby. If you are going to have a relationship, it's going to be an open relationship. You go bang anybody you want to bang. and I'll bang anybody I want to bang. But now that, or I would have just said, no, I probably would have fucked her. If I didn't know her 3 years, I would just probably ghost her ass if she came back to me like that. But if I was seeking her to fuck her 3 years, I'd fuck her and then keep it on that fucking, we're just friends with benefits, baby. You go off and fuck the professor, because you're going to fuck him anyway. Oh, that's where you went wrong, guys. And that's why I'm making this. He didn't know any better. He's 40 now. He was 34 then. So he's probably thinking, it was just a red flag. Dude, it was the biggest red flag of all. And the fact that you missed that red flag, it's not your fault. Well, you know what? I would never miss that red flag now, but at 34, I might have missed it myself. So I'm not going to knock you too bad. But anytime a chick does that, don't be too surprised when she starts fucking the professor 3 years into our 3-year relationship for 3 years. I don't know how a chick can sit there and fuck the professor, go fuck him. I don't get it anymore. Is the professor wearing a condom with her? At least? Is she letting the dude go bareback? Is she swallowing his cum? Is he letting her bust a nut inside? Is she on the birth control pill? I mean, it's just too much. It's look. See, now in hindsight, he's thinking, yep, he makes a lot of sense. She betrayed me. Wait, dude. At the start of your relationship, she fucking betrayed you, my man. So when a woman betrays you at the very start of a relationship, either get out or just know what you're dealing with. Well, here's what she should have expected. I cannot trust her, but she's a decent person, got a hot body, so I'll just fuck her. She'll be my toy, my little play toy. And I'll never get serious with her and never have kids with her. And then, if you know that going in, it's like I'm just dealing with a hoe. That's it. It's just a hookup for me. It's like somebody I've got a little emotional tie to, but not really. She's a friend that I fuck. A friend with benefits. And I would have left it at that. Because, guys, any chick that betrays you at the beginning will betray you during and at the end. Just makes sense. Why would you expect her not to betray you? In a sense, probably what happened was she fucked the neighbor, and the neighbor really liked it, and he probably wanted to hook up again, and he got too needy, and she didn't really like it anyway. It was just a one-night fling. But can you imagine how I would have felt? He's waited 3 years to fuck her, and on the very first night she comes to his party, she goes off and fucks the neighbor that she just met that night. First of all, here's the weird part. If I was him, I wouldn't have expected her to fuck me that night. Even though I knew her for 3 years, I'd still want to court her a little. But yet here she runs out. Guys, this is exactly why we always tell you dudes, don't wait too long with these chicks to fuck up, because problem is, like there's a chick on a YouTube video, she's dating a guy a year, she's making him wait for sex till they're married. She's has a body count of 72. Lady, if you got a body count of 72, I'm not gonna wait for fucking sex with your ass. That's insulting, you idiot. Right now you're gonna make me wait till I marry your ass and paying your bills? But you fucked 72 other dudes before me? Fuck you. Guys, start putting this shit where it belongs. In the dustbin. Trash. It's all trash. Part of it is his fault. Now, if she would have never fucked the neighbor at his party, that's a whole different ballgame. Then, you know what? If she didn't fuck the neighbor, but even if she would have fucked him that first night, and she was strong about it, then I would worry about that too. Why is she trying to fuck me so quickly? You know what I'm saying? Either way, he missed the biggest red flag. Why am I making this video? I'm telling you why. So that you guys can understand how this shit goes down. So let me break it down for you so everybody can understand. If you invite a chick over that you've known any length of time, 3 years, 1 year, or just met her on the fucking street, but the longer you know her, obviously, the more this is going to hurt you. So let's say you know her 3 years. You invite her to a party, just like what happened here. Let's deal with the facts here. And she runs off with the neighbor and fucks him. And then a week later, she comes back and calls you up and wants to start dating you. Dude, you were not her first choice. Obviously. That was, wait, she, right away I would say, well, she decided, here's the bottom line, Mark. What if things would have worked out with the neighbor that she fucked that night? What if they would have fallen in love and had a relationship? Think about it. She fucked the dude and realized she got post-nut clarity or whatever. Post-vajayjay clarity. Or maybe he did or they both did. One of them did, at least. Probably her. And she probably realized it was a mistake to fuck that dude. But unfortunately, those are mistakes that you cannot forgive women for. And women shouldn't forgive men for that. It's a red flag, guys. So to sum it all up, if you invite a chick to a party and she fucks your goddamn neighbor across this fucking street, Jesus. First of all, there's all kinds of weird implications. A week later, she's coming to me to ask me to go out. Now I've got the neighbor across the street that can prey on her ass too. Fuck that. Well, first of all, that is disrespect. And he probably went home that night and jerked off, and he didn't know what was going on. And then she did the same thing and fucked a college professor. Now, basically, he's, an actor, an artist. He's a pretty good artist, actually. I would buy one of his paintings. He's an actor. So we know COVID shut down a lot of that shit. So he's probably still trying to recuperate from that. But so here she saw a dude that was probably roughly his age, maybe a little older, and realized this guy at least had something, money, even though he was married with 3 kids. It's a messy situation. What do I recommend for his ass? Mushrooms. I think this guy should eat like 3, 4, or 5 grams. If it was me, I'd eat 10 grams of shrooms, probably. I figured out, how did I miss these red fucking flags? This is something, I mean, look, now she would have never fucked anybody that night and left at 2 in the morning or just slept on his couch or whatever. That would have been his best fucking bet. Then she called a week, and then they went out for breakfast, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, I can't even justify the fact that she was thinking, I'll have a relationship with him, but I'll go fuck this dude in one lap. No, none of that makes sense. See, dude, you got to realize it, Mark, that she fucked this other dude, and what if it had worked out with that other dude? You wouldn't have been in any relationship with her. It probably worked out better for your ass. In closing, guys, don't spend money on these chicks if you're in a relationship. And even then, these women can turn on you at any fucking time.